RimWorld, that indie darling that dropped into the gaming world with the subtlety of a meteorite slamming into your colony. A game that looks like it was made in Microsoft Paint, but hides some of the most brilliant game design ever crafted. If you've ever played it, you already know, RimWorld isn't just a game, it's an experience. A chaotic, brutal, endlessly replayable experience that will ruin your sleep schedule and make you feel genuinely guilty about that one time you harvested your colonist's organs to pay off a pirate. Let's break down why RimWorld is a masterclass in game design and why it deserves every ounce of its cult status. At its core, RimWorld is a game about systems. It takes colony management, survival, and storytelling, throws them into a blender, and somehow creates a perfect balance where every part feeds into the others. You've got colonists with unique personalities and needs, a sprawling crafting system, intricate base building mechanics, and an AI storyteller that gleefully tries to ruin everything you've built. And the best part? Every system interacts in ways that feel organic and unpredictable. For example, you've got a sick colonist. You need medicine, but to get medicine, you have to trade with the nearby faction. Except they hate you because you accidentally blew up one of their caravans with a rogue boomalope. It's okay, we've all done it. Now you're stuck harvesting herbal medicine from your barely functioning greenhouse in the middle of a toxic fallout. That's RimWorld in a nutshell. Every problem spirals into 5 more problems, and it's glorious. Let's talk about the AI storytellers, because they're the beating heart of the brilliance that is RimWorld. Cassandra Classic, Phoebe Chillax, and Randy Random aren't just difficulty settings, they're chaos gods dictating the narrative of your colony. Cassandra builds tension with escalating challenges. Phoebe gives you room to breathe before dropping the hammer. And Randy, well, Randy just does whatever the hell he wants. What makes the storytellers genius is how they turn gameplay into storytelling. A raid isn't just a random event, it's the inciting incident in a tragedy where your beloved doctor gets kidnapped, leaving your colony to spiral into a plague-ridden nightmare. The storytellers aren't trying to kill you, they're trying to entertain you. And oh boy, do they succeed. And speaking of storytelling, RimWorld is a masterclass in emergent narrative. The game doesn't have a traditional story, it gives you the tools to create your own. Every colony is a unique saga filled with drama, tragedy, and moments of absurd comedy. One moment you're celebrating a wedding in your dining hall, the next the bride is eaten by a warg while hauling potatoes. Your top researcher goes berserk after seeing too many corpses of his dead friends, only to be taken down by your partially lobotomized janitor wielding a stick. And let's not forget the time you spent way too long training an army of muffalos, only for lightning to strike their pen and set them all on fire. These aren't scripted moments, they're born from the game's systems and your decisions. No 2 playthroughs are the same, and every failure feels like a story worth telling. One of RimWorld's greatest strengths is how it handles complexity. On paper, it's overwhelming. Colonist traits, moods, schedules, relationships, crafting chains, power grids, resource management, combat tactics. But the game introduces these elements gradually, letting you learn at your own pace. Before you know it, you're juggling 20 systems like a pro, and it all feels natural. It's a testament to the game's UI design and pacing. Every screen, every button, every tooltip is there to help you manage the chaos without feeling completely overwhelmed. Sure, your colony will still collapse in spectacular fashion sooner or later, but at least you'll understand why it collapsed. And then there's the modding scene. RimWorld isn't just a great game, it's a platform for infinite creativity. Want to add more traits? Done. Fancy turning your colony into a medieval feudal society? Easy. How about throwing in Star Wars blasters, zombie hordes, or sentient robots? The modding community has you covered. Hell, I made a mod that you can download right now that introduced banana animal hybrids that you can harvest for their banana peels and that sweet, sweet banana meat. What I'm trying to say is, mods in RimWorld aren't just a bonus, they're a core part of why RimWorld has such an incredible amount of replay value. Every time you think you've seen it all, you can download a new mod that flips the game on its head and gives you a whole new experience. But what really sets RimWorld apart is the emotional investment it creates. You don't just manage your colonists, you care about them most of the time. You root for them, mourn them, and sometimes even hate them. When your best fighter dies protecting the colony, it hurts. When your lazy, abrasive chef finally pulls through in a crisis, it feels like a genuine triumph. It's this emotional connection that makes RimWorld more than just a strategy game or a colony management sim. It's a story generator, a test of your decision-making skills, and a way to explore the messy, unpredictable nature of survival. So, what makes RimWorld one of the best designed games ever? It's the way every system interlocks to create a living, breathing world. It's the endless replayability, the emotional highs and lows, and the chaos of emergent storytelling. It's a game that challenges you, surprises you, and sometimes makes you laugh at your own terrible decisions. And that's why, in my mind, RimWorld is a masterpiece. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I wish you the best of luck in your colony. May your colonists never drop that sack of potatoes in front of the door, leaving it open just ajar enough for the hungry coyotes to set upon your baby's crib.